Hey everyone, so a couple years back I watched the entire Rambo franchise for the first time, and for the most part each movie is pretty good in their own way. They all have good actors, great action, and a few of them have a compelling story. Though watching the movies made me realize something. Why isn't there a Rambo video game that captures the suspense and action of these movies? Okay, technically we have a Rambo game already, but it's an on-the-rails shooter like those Terminator and Alien games you'd play at Chuck E. Cheese. And instead of having a unique story, it just retold the events of the first 3 movies. So today, I'm going to try and come up with what I believe would be the perfect Rambo video game. So first of all, the most important part of a game, in my opinion, is gameplay. And there's already a game out there that kind of fits the feel of Rambo already. And that game is Metal Gear Solid 5. I mean, besides fighting giant robots and zombies, most of the stuff you do in that game already happens in the Rambo movies. Infiltrating bases, stealthily taking out guards, fighting helicopters, just name a few. Of course, this hypothetical Rambo game wouldn't just be a clone of Metal Gear. While my game would feature stealth heavily, one thing that I think would make it more unique would be a crafting mechanic. Imagine if you could forage around the jungle, collect resources like stone and wood, and turn that into spike traps or bows and arrows. And like in the movies, all of this would have to be on the fly. In the first one, all Rambo started out with was his lucky knife and nothing else. Of course, later in the game, you'd be given access to heavier weaponry to take care of larger enemies, but I think starting off small would be the way to go. And I think a skill tree would fit this game nicely. You'd be able to level up various aspects of crafting and combat. And speaking of combat, while I think stealth is important for a Rambo game, there needs to be a hand-to-hand combat system in there. Something simple but satisfying like the Arkham games combat system would be fine, as it wouldn't be the main focus. And of course, this game would need to have a unique story. The perfect time period for this would be roughly a year after Rambo 3, so he could be young enough to reasonably do everything in the game. The plot itself doesn't have to be too complicated like Rambo 2 and 3, but I do want there to be some emotional scenes in there. What I feel a lot of people tend to forget about the Rambo franchise is how it started. It didn't begin as a Michael Bay-esque action set piece. It was a sad story of a mistreated veteran who lost all of his friends in the war just to come back and be ridiculed for participating in it. Maybe this game can start off with the death of his mentor, Troutman, just something that will make us feel for Rambo and the struggles he's going through. In terms of how the game is structured, I think a level-by-level game would be best. It would allow you to go to different parts of the world. For example, one level can take place in a jungle or desert, while another could take place in a crowded city. Another thing this game would definitely need are skins. I mean, practically every game that features a legacy character has skins, and for good reason. Obviously, we'd have a skin for each movie, but maybe they can throw in some goofy ones like from the cartoon. Oh, and the only way this game could work is if Sylvester Stallone himself did the voice for Rambo. John Rambo is his character, and it wouldn't feel right if anyone else did it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Feel free to tell me what you do differently, or if you think my game would work. But like always, like it if you liked it, subscribe if you really liked it, and I'll see you next time.